We don't talk about mistakes enough. I haven't heard many designers talking about this, and I think this is extremely important. I really wanted this channel to be a place when people have space to talk about those things and where we can share and learn, grow together. We all been there, young and stressed in a new environment, and yeah, I will share with you things that I wish someone have told me when I started. I think it would make this design journey much easier for me. And before I start sharing with you, I would like to tell you who I am, so you can see if you can relate and decide for yourself if you want to continue watching this video. So hi, for those who don't know me, my name is Magda. I am an independent, multidisciplinary designer. I'm a self-taught designer. I started my journey, I think, with design in 2013, if I'm not mistaken, but I think it's true. Most of my time I spent working with different clients, from like Spotify, Paradox Interactive to smaller startup and different like agencies. I specialize with product design, web design, branding, in general UI, UX, and all of this stuff, that I learned throughout many years of just practicing things and learning new stuff. I made a lot of mistakes during this time, so I thought that I would just share it with you, and we can all, I guess, laugh about that and cringe a bit, because it's cringy, a lot of things that I think about my mistakes. And I decided to share 4 mistakes with you, and I have a lot, and I think I will make more videos about that, but I didn't want to make this video super long. And let's jump into that. Good at everything. I really thought that as a designer I have to know how to draw, how to illustrate, how to design logos, website, animate, and even paint. And I mean, that sounds now for me quite funny, but I thought that I cannot be designer if I don't know all of those things, and also art history and all of this stuff. And I think that comes from a place that I am a self-taught designer, so I didn't know what I should know to be able to work as a proper designer. So the thing is that it's actually better to focus on few things and explore it more and go in depth into that, and to become an expert in few smaller things than try to do everything and be good at everything, because this is really hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great to try new things, and I totally encourage you to do that, and I've done this myself too. I started from advertising agency, then did like also branding and web design, then I jumped into more UX, UI, and now I'm doing design systems, product design, and I learned how to combine all of this knowledge together, and I think like each place taught me something else, and that's really a great experience. But I think in the beginning it's gonna be hard for you to start with everything, so think about things that really excites you and just try it out. It really takes years to master those things, so take your time. And I think another mistake that I made, and I think that's hard to avoid, but it's about not being patient. Mastering your skills takes years. I heard somewhere, and I think I quite agree with that if you want to master one skill, you have to spend 10,000 hours on that. And I did my math, and it's more than 3 years of like 8 hours per day learning the skill. This is like a lot. I want you to be patient, and I wish I was more patient with myself. And I think the main mistake that I made was that I really compared myself with super experienced designers, and I mean like people who spent years in the industry, and like, you know, those big names that you can hear when you are like doing some research about the topic. So, you know, me doing something for a few months, I thought that if I'm gonna be a good student and I'm gonna spend a lot of time after work or something to learn new skills, then I will be there within few months. And that's not possible. So what I can advise you is to try to set smaller goals, more achievable goals, instead of big ones, because there is nothing more dismotivating than feeling that you are not progressing, and nothing more motivating than feeling that you learn something and you're growing. So I give you an example. If you want to learn web design and that's your goal, I want to be a great web designer, well, that might take some time. But if you say, I want to be better at typography for web design, or I want to learn about grids, that's like a goal that you can easily achieve, and then you feel like you did something, that your skills grew and that you are better, and then you're gonna keep learning. So it's about making this plan of how you can get better at things and just slowly getting there, you know. Also, like, treat yourself when you reach your goal, like, you know, be happy, you know. Don't think that there is something wrong with you because you are not as, I don't know, to be as Van Schneider or I don't know, or other person that you might know. No, it's like you are you and you're on your journey and you are doing stuff. So it's just a matter of putting those hours. But anyway, I don't want to sound like a coach, but I really wish I was a bit easier on myself, and I actually am in a place when I was a younger designer, and I felt like all those people, you know, like they are somewhere and I want to be there, and I am here. Maybe it sounds like I am bragging or something, but no, I mean, I have almost 10 years of experience, so I put my hours, and if you will put your hours, then you'll get there. I talked a lot. Let's see what's next on my list. So we talked about that you should make a plan, but this step itself is quite hard. I mean, it's easy for me to say it because I learned the hard way. I made all of those mistakes and did things wrong. So I think what is super important, and I really wish I did it earlier, is to find myself a mentor. It is so important, and if you take one thing from this video, just take this one. It will make you feel relaxed when you have a plan and when there is someone who can, you know, guide you, who can look at your skills and tell you, okay, I think this is the thing that you should focus on. If you focus on this, you will progress in this and that, and you know, and then we can do this. Mentor can, like, you know, see what you can do and push you in the right direction. You can have check-ins. You can, you know, have a session when he or she gives you feedback about your work, and it's be very specific. You can ask questions. You can really like grow so much. I think when I first had the mentor, I think the growth that I could see, it was so dramatic. After a year, I couldn't ever achieve it myself because I just didn't know what to look at, and you know, by just posting things on Dribbble or something, yes, people give you some feedback or if you ask, but to have a person who is really focused on you and have this years of experience, it's super valuable. I'm gonna stress it a lot. And you might ask, like, you know, okay, fine, I want to have a mentor, but how to find one? Yeah, this is quite a thing to find a good person for yourself. And I think what you have to do is to do a small research of like, okay, I like work of this person, and just write to them. I know that it might sound a bit intimidating to write to a person that you find like that is super good, but most of people that you think that are so great, they are like, you know, regular designers, and if you write to them, explain who you are, what you do, what is your goal, and like explain why you like their work, I think they will be very happy to help you, or at least can guide you to like, other person that might help you. When you're writing to a person that you want help from, I think it's nice to offer something in return. What I mean by that, like, I don't know, you can say that you can help them out with something, organize their files, or I don't know, like, do whatever they need, like smaller things that you can help, and probably you will learn from it as well. So don't wait, just write to people that you think that their work is good and you would like to be there. And also take into consideration that not everyone is a good teacher. So if you have someone who agreed on mentorship and it's not working, it's okay to change. It's a relationship. It's something that you build. Don't be afraid to really spend some time on finding a right person for your needs. Not asking for help. So I wish that someone have told me when I started, because I was really scared to ask for help. I thought that if I ask for help, then it means that I don't know how to do things, so I'm not a right person in the right place. But I will tell you one thing. If you are a junior person and you were honest on your interview about your skills, people don't expect you to know things. And it sounds maybe like weird, but really, like, people expect you to be present, to ask questions, to be keen to learn, to contribute to projects in different way, not necessarily in like super hardcore design skills, because you will grow them, right? Ask questions. That's the only way that you can really learn, is to like find people at work that also can be your mentors. I mean, like, you don't have to find mentor outside of your work, but that to find a place where you can really have people around you that can help you out at your work. So if you feel like you are at the place where you feel stressed about asking questions because of like how your manager is, or like designers around you, they suck. Like, it's extremely important to work in the place when you have support, like you are learning. We all been there, and I've been in places when people like left me alone and I had to figure out everything myself. And I remember that for a year there, like, I felt that I am really not growing. Then I switched to other place, and like the growth was like, I was like, wow, I didn't know that I can do those things so fast. So super important to find a place that people want to help you out and they value you as a person who is like keen to work. And how to find this place. I think it's very important to be straightforward on your interview, so you can be honest about your skills and say like, okay, I want to do this and that. Do you think you could help me out to achieve my goals? I am a fast learner, I am really passionate about what you do, and now I want to do the same thing. Can you teach me? Is there any other designer who can like sit with me and help me out? Do you have any mentorship program? So if you ask about those questions on interviews and they agree on that, then you are not gonna be stressed about asking questions and learning. So very important thing, if your manager is a dick who doesn't want to help you, just change your job. Alright, did I make another 20 minutes long video? Let's see. I think I finished everything from the list, so I'll put it on the side. I hope that you learned something new. Tell me in the comments, where are you in your journey? Are you a young designer? Are you more experienced? Tell me about yourself. I see in analytics who you are, that like what is your age, and like that most of you don't subscribe. So I wanted to know what you do, and are you a designer? Are you someone else who's just watching those videos? Let me know. I have so many more mistakes that I've made and I cringed about, and I will share them in more videos, because I think I want this channel to be a place when you can easily talk about those things and ask for advice. So hopefully you will like this video, and we can do more of those in the future. So please give me a like and subscribe, because I'm reaching almost 200 subscribers, and that would make my designer heart grow. Wait, is my heart here? Yes, it's here. I hope that you learned something new from this video. Let me know if that was interesting for you. I really hope it was. Also follow me on my Instagram. I am quite active there. So and also if you want to ask about any advice or anything, just you can write to me there. I will try to answer to as many questions as I can. If you have also any ideas for videos, let me know. I want to make relevant content. Okay, let's not make it too long. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching and see you later.